Now, major stakeholders have expressed mixed reactions to the establishment of a National Electoral Offences Commission to investigate and prosecute electoral offences when they occur during elections in the country. Though a general consensus by all adhering is that an Electoral Offences Commission, when established, will bring sanity to the electoral process in the country, Emmanuel Ehijene completes the report as presented from our studios. Over the years, the Nigerian electoral process has been dogged with malpractices, leaving Nigerians worried about when the country will finally get it right. But the House of Representatives Committee on Electoral Matters has set the ball rolling, setting the tone for the creation of Electoral Offences Commission, which will be charged with the investigation and prosecution of every electoral-related matter. The proposed bill received wide praise from most of the stakeholders who saw it as a welcome development, and it will bring sanity into the country's electoral process.
A review of the past elections indicate that the need for the National Assembly to take necessary legislative steps to address, identify challenges and plug the loopholes and encountered with the conduct of elections in this country. I know that some of the challenges may require constitutional amendments, and we are working with the House Committee on Constitutional Amendment to constitutional review to make the necessary alterations to the Constitution that will fix the legal problems.
The bill for an act to establish the National Electoral Offences Commission is a critical legislation. It has been part of all national conversations on constitutional and electoral reforms in the last 13 years. The Justice Mohammed Uwais Committee on Electoral Reforms recommended it in 2009, echoed by the Sheikh Ahmed Lemu Committee following the post-election violence in 2011, and most recently by the Ken Namani Committee on Constitutional and Electoral Reform in 2017.
I want to assure Nigerians that this bill, when it becomes law, will empower the Commission to investigate electoral offences, prosecute electoral offenders, and maintain records of all persons investigated and prosecuted, with the expected impetus that the law will add to the effort to streamline the democratic procedures and the activities leading to the 2023 polls reaching a crescendo. It is important to note that the passage of this important legislation, without doubt, has the tendency to change the narrative of election in the country.
But the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, differed in its view about the bill, calling it a duplication of its function. Speaking through the representative of the chairman, Deborah Ademu-Ete, the committee pointed out that strengthening the mandate of the commission through an appropriate law is the best way to go.
Section 145 of the Electoral Act also have already given power, prosecutorial power, to the INEC to prosecute the criminal offenses. So it's our position that there's no need to create an agency solely for the purpose of investigating and prosecuting electoral offenses.
The consensus by stakeholders is that the proposed bill will help to address all the problems associated with the country's electoral process. Joining us at this time to discuss more on this proposed bill is a legal practitioner, Wahab Shitu. Good evening to you, Barrister Shitu. Thanks for joining us on the news now.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get your candid opinion concerning this. INEC is actually making a case for the establishment of a new commission. We have the Electoral Act of 2022, and right now they are talking about a specific commission just to handle electoral offences. How do you reason all of this?
Well, I think all of us agree that the establishment of the Electoral Offences Commission is desirable in view of the negative impact of electoral violence on our electoral process. We know that the mandate of INEC is to conduct a free, fair, and credible election. Certainly, INEC cannot deliver on this mandate in an atmosphere of violence. But the only problem I have is that INEC cannot be charged with the responsibility of overseeing the conduct of an election, and at the same time also be charged with the responsibility of prosecuting electoral violence. That will be too much of a burden on INEC. So what I propose is that INEC should supply the evidence to law enforcement agents, who will then be responsible for prosecuting those who are accused of violating of committing electoral offences. So INEC should provide the evidence while the law enforcement agents prosecute.
All right, which leads
The
to my
time
next
is
question.
right, but INEC cannot be conducting election at the same time be prosecuting electoral offences.
All right, fine.
That is my take.
Barrister Shitu, points noted. We've actually taken that into consideration. But then again, today at the hearing, the public hearing, the committee level today, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission actually differed and is saying that, from what you have said too, that INEC should actually face election matters and not prosecuting criminal electoral crimes and all of that. They are saying that it's more like a duplication of its duty, that's the EFCC. So which particular body right now, will it be the ICPC or the EFCC or the police right now that will be saddled with the responsibility of actually prosecuting these electoral crimes?
Thank you. I just the responsibility.
Barrister Shitu, did you hear the question?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead with your comment.
What do you say?
Okay, I said today at the committee level, the EFCC is saying that INEC, like you have pointed out too, cannot actually be prosecuting this particular crime because it is their own responsibility. So who should this responsibility lie on? Should it be the EFCC, the ICPC, or just the police exactly?
The police primarily is responsible for the prosecution of criminal offences, whether electoral offences. So what I'm saying is that the police should be allowed to prosecute. The police can be assisted in the prosecution process by EFCC and ICPC. All of them are law enforcement agencies. But what I'm saying is that INEC cannot prosecute. INEC evidence while law enforcement agencies prosecute.
All right, thank you so much. We have been speaking to Barrister Wahab Shitu. He is a legal practitioner. He actually commented on the recent Electoral Offences Commission, which INEC is actually pushing forward. Many thanks for your time, Barrister Shitu.
Thank you for inviting me.
Hello. Hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.